here today. We have, the grass is growing. I need to put more seed down. It's growing, some pieces are growing, but it's just not dark enough, honestly. I don't know if you guys can see this. It is green. There's a big patch here. And honestly, from here down, it was literally fucking brown. So I'm glad it's growing, sort of. The gardeners did come, but here we are. It did rain yesterday also, too. So here's the lemon tree. Okay, and there's our grapefruit tree. Here's supposed to be some fucking basil, bitch. It ain't coming up. And I feel like I have to reseed it again and again and again. Anywho, these are our tomato plants. That one's in a trellis. And so you see what I'm saying? These leaves are fucking curly. And I don't know how to get them uncurly. And I keep curling up really bad. And I don't know what to do. See? So I don't know what that necessarily means. These are supposed to be flowers and they're not developing. I don't know. There's supposed to be more flowers there. But this one is huge. Look at them. They're huge. They're doing great. I got 2 tomatoes on here. She loves it here. She likes it. She's having a good time. Yeah. So 2 of those on our Cherokee tomato plant. We got a bunch. A whole bunch on our cherry tomatoes. Whole lotta. And I mean, I really hope you guys like them. Oh no, shoot. And look at that. See that? Look at that. They're gorgeous. They look gorgeous. They look beautiful. Cherry tomatoes, ridden with cherry tomatoes, so many. She loves it. She likes it. But see the top of this plant? It's not doing what that one's doing. It's not. Also, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Oh. Was this turning on at night? You see what I'm saying? What is that? I think all of the sprinklers were hitting this part of the tomatoes. I don't know. Because underneath here is a little bit damp still, right? But if she's getting disrupted, look at her roots are exposed. Oh no, this isn't good. She's probably uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. And I kind of feel like maybe we should have moved this over here. Is that what we should be doing? I don't know. Because it's not right. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that's even good. Oh, there's one slipper over here. Let's pick that up. Anyways, we're outside. I wanted to show you guys our little tomatoes, and I wanted to fertilize the plants with you guys because it got a little messy back here, honestly. It's a little messy. It's a little grim looking. I want to show you the cactuses. See? This was the one I got off the side of the road. She's doing fantastic. There's our other 2 aloe vera right there. Our other cactuses are doing great. Everybody's doing fantastic. We repotted the jade. She's got a little bigger. She loves it. Proud of her, honestly. I'm really proud of this one. She's doing really, really good. Got our other ones there. I mean, honestly, wow. Just wow. Everybody's draining really, really good. I really want to figure out what's going on with the effing basil. For whatever reason, basil's just not happening. I don't know if it's just hard to get herbs to sprout from seed, but I'm also negligent, and I'm not going out here and making sure it's damp every day. So I don't know if that's just a me thing. Here are some... Okay, who's messaging me? Let's keep you guys down here. There's another tomato trellis that I need to install, but at this point I'm kind of like, well... Gotta show Janine the tomato plant. So look at this. Here we go. Bag of seeds. Okay? And I think today we're gonna plant plant. Okay? Some of the what you calls. Some of the flowers. Okay? Okay. We're gonna plant some of the flowers. I don't think all of them are gonna really come to fruition, but we got some of this basil here. And, oh, dropped that phone. My bad. Okay, let's put these down. Look at this. We have a pot here. She's been watered a ton. Whole lot of water, okay? Whole lot of water. But I feel like it's my fault. I feel like like for whatever reason, when I keep putting these in here, they're not germinating because I'm not keeping the soil moist. So I'm going to try my best to keep the soil moist, okay? And I'm putting a few seeds in there. I am. A few. And then we'll just take a little bit of this dirt, cover them up. That's all we need. Push it down. Okay, and then keep them moist. And hopefully they come up to the sun, to the sky, because god damn it. But look at our little tomato plant. Our lemon tree. Lemon, she's doing good. She's getting a new sprout. She's beautiful. And look at our grapefruit. She's tall. Poor girl. We have to trim up these little tomato plants back there. They are doing good. I will say that. Doing good. Also, these cherry tomatoes are huge. Am I tripping, bitch? Am I tripping? Are these huge? They're huge. I don't know. They seem big. And I really need to get them on a trellis. But, also need to trim these leaves so desperately. See how they're covered in dirt and the tips are touching the dirt? That's a bad thing. Okay, yellow dot, not good. Disease is coming, so gotta make sure to get them off the ground. We will fix that. Look at this. Alright, let's plant some fucking flowers, bitch. Planting some fucking flowers. We got cosmos, we got zinnias, we got marigolds, nasturtium. I don't know how to say that. Nasturtium. Nasturtium. I don't know. Nasturtium. I don't know. Gypsophilia and forget-me-not, which is also a Chinese Sinoglossum. I don't know. Or is it Sinoglossum? I'm not sure. Any fucking who. We're gonna plant some fucking flowers. It's tough being a girl. I'm just out here trying to grow flowers. I have to take a picture for Janine. She wants to see our flowers. Our tomato tree. So let's take a picture for her. And look at those. There's so many. We have so many fruits. The cherry tomatoes are doing fabulous. They are. They're doing fabulous. They're doing wonderful. They're doing gorgeous. And they've been wanting to bloom so much. And I've been holding on and holding on and holding on and holding on, literally, for so many days. Yeah. She's doing great. And the fruit on these trees are of quality. Quality. And that one's leaves are curled, and I don't know why. Don't know why, I couldn't tell you. Let's just look it up really quick. Let's take pictures of them. Let's look at the tomatoes. Tomatoes. Let's take a picture of these. And this is just usually what I do whenever I'm really curious about the plant and wondering why it might look a certain way. Because right now I don't really see a lot of flowers, and the top of the leaves look crispy. So I don't know if it's sun damage. They're curling in on itself. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. So I don't know. And I'll take a picture of the fruits because they're doing okay. They're doing okay, honestly. Better than I thought. We'll see what it says. The other one's doing great. There's so many flowers, and I kid you not, so many flowers. We'll give it a rustle. How do you stay positive? That's a cute message. Well, I tried to live a little different than how I grew up from the people raising me. And I analyzed their coping mechanisms, and I realized that even down to their attitudes wasn't really helping them in their life. So I trusted that maybe a positive attitude would protect my resilience. And I feel like so far my feet have been taking me all the right places at that point. Like with having an attitude like that, I feel like I've had many instances where I'm like, see, it pays off to have a positive mindset. So I think it developed when I was a young child, just trying to live in contrast to whom I was around. And I just trusted my gut, and I never went back, I guess. So it just pays off. I think I've had so much proof for it to pay off. Okay, so back to this. These are literally fucking crispy. And you see what I'm saying? Crispy as shit. And look at the top of this one, cherry tomato. Look at not even an ounce of crispy. Also, she looks even a more vibrant green than that one. I mean, they do look the same, but to look at the top, I think at least halfway up this plant is just crispy, and halfway down is not crispy. And the leaves are not really, I don't know if she's trying to get fucking taller. I don't know what's going on. But regardless, we got some fruits. She's doing fantastic. They're doing good. Oh, also, I was going to give them a wrestle. Give them a shake. Because shaking them helps encourage their pollen to develop and mimics wind. So we're just going to give them a shake to help them pollinate and produce more fruit. And that's all we're going to do. Just encourage the natural pollination that's going to occur because they both have the male and female parts inside their own flowers, and tomatoes specifically. That's why they're so beginner friendly, is because you don't need to worry about bees or planting, similar companion flowers or anything like that. One little flower up there. Okay. I'm gonna mix some wind. Also, wind is not usually that vicious, but shit, bitch. We're trying to make some shake. So I'm gonna do my best and just do what I know. But yeah. I appreciate you guys asking me that. Regardless. I don't even know if I really should plant flowers. Oh, is this?
I'm right here. I can hear you just fine. If you were wondering about...
Nope. I don't want her to talk to me. That scares me. I don't like her. Okay. That was scary. I took pictures of the plants. Okay, and I put them on ChatGPT because I'm concerned about the top of this tomato tree. And this is a purple Cherokee tomato. These ones are just cherry. They're going crazy. It's so easy to grow cherry tomatoes. That's what I've learned. Easy. Looking at your photos, I actually think this is more than simple heat tuckoing. What I see, plant is green and vigorous overall. Vigorous. Okay. Fruit is developing normally, not obviously yellow mosaic pattern, no major spotting or blight, which is usually like, dull appearance, dead appearance, But the new growth at the top is twisted, narrow, and distorted, which is an alarming thing. I thought that was normal. Yeah, weird or obviously standing out. Some leaves are cupping and curling in unusual shapes. If this were only heat stress, I'd expect mostly older leaves rolling upward like tacos. The older leaves are definitely doing that too. My top suspects, in order, herbicide drift, most likely from the photos. This can happen from weed and feed lawn products. Oh no. Weed and feed lawn products. Spraying weeds nearby. That's true. I did. A neighboring spraying weed along the fence drift from surprisingly far away. Oh no. I'm killing my tomato plant. Tomatoes are truly sensitive to herbicides. Wow. But shit. I don't know. Symptoms: twisted, narrow growth, strappy, narrow leaves, curling at growing tips. Otherwise green plants. Your top growth has some of that appearance. Environmental stress. The plant is against a fence that likely reflects heat. Combined with recent soil disturbance, warm weather, possible inconsistent moisture. This could amplify curling, less likely viral disease. Okay, thank God. Fill the soil gap in... Okay, no, I gotta update this bitch. Okay. Alright, the soil gap has been fully replaced long before these pictures were taken, okay? That I just showed you just now. Also, the mature leaves at the base of the plant are also taco curling. There are no obvious signs of disease spots or anything unusual in terms of color, but they are tacoing at the bottom as well. And I would say from about 22 inches up, it is obviously a different texture in the leaves that are developing, and also only one flower on the tree altogether, and that's the one at the very, very top. No more flowers at all nearby. And only 2 fruits on this tree, which is the purple Cherokee. Whereas in comparison to the cherry tomato, there is it's just littered with cherry tomatoes and many more flowers as well. And the cherry tomatoes are also tacoing at the very, very base, the older plants. So the older leaves are also tacoing, and there's same thing. No weird color pattern distorted or anything like that. Nothing inquiring disease or anything like that. Let's hear what this bitch has to say. I swear to fucking God. Poor little baby. And it's funny too. Okay, look at this. What I also noticed about this, look at the main stem. Nice and strong. Very, very strong. About almost a 3/4 of an inch wide. Beautiful, strong. And look at this tree. The fruit is actually on a separate limb here on the skinnier one. I don't know if this one down here was actually I don't know if they call it a runner or a sucker, something like that. This is the main stem. I don't know if this was a diagonal sucker plant, what you call it in the first place, but regardless, you see what I'm saying? She is on the skinnier one. The actual main stem, the main branch here has no flowers, only maybe on the other side, they're barely developing, and no fruit. Interesting. The other ones are doing great. Just purely great. Okay. The extra details changes my confidence quite a bit. Based on Cherokee purple still green, older leaves taco curling. Cherry tomatoes also taco curling on older leaves. No spotting, no yellow mosaic, no necrosis, no fruit developing. Fruit developing. Soil gap already fixed. You're in a hot weather climate. I am now less convinced this is herbicide damage than I was from the photos alone. The thing that made me consider herbicide damage was the newer growth looking narrow and twisted. Now you told me that the entire garden is showing some degree of leaf roll, and both varieties are doing it. The explanation shifts more towards environmental stress. A few observations. A Cherokee purple is not a Cherokee tomato. The Cherokee purple is not a cherry tomato. Cherokee purple are notorious for looking dramatic. Okay, compared to cherries. Dramatic. Yeah, she does look dramatic. Bitch is dramatic. Slower growth, fewer flowers per cluster, fewer fruits overall, more sensitive to heat and more likely to curl leaves. Okay, it makes sense. Yes, less flowers for sure. Less fruit for sure. It's completely normal for a cherry tomato to have half dozen of flowers and fruit, while a Cherokee purple only had a handful. That's one reason people grow cherries, for production, and heirlooms for flavor. Yeah, baby, we're gonna have some flavor. The top growth still concerns me a little. The newest growth does look somewhat finer and more curled than I would expect. Yeah, that's why I was talking to you, bitch. I was getting scared. But if the stem is elongating, leaves continue expanding, new flowers keep appearing over the next 1 to 2 weeks. Today is the 27th? I don't know. 28th? Then I would simply monitor it. That would worry me if every new leaf becomes progressively smaller and more distorted. Because, bitch, why the fuck does every fucking leaf look like that? At the top. Huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. The flower count is more important than the leaf curl. There's only one flower, bitch. One fucking flower. One flower. Only one flower at the very top. Actually, the thing I'd watch the most closely, purple cherry could continue producing new flower tissues as it grows. If the plant is only making foliage and stops making flowers, that indicates stress is affecting reproduction. My current theory, 80% confidence, heat stress, root zone stress. Fence reflect heat, possible watering inconsistency, normal heirloom sensitivity. About 20% confidence, mild chemical exposure sometime in the past. Sometimes since you're already planning it, install the shade cloth. The next 2 to 3 weeks under shade cloth, come out broader, flatter leaf. Wow, this bitch needs shade? What the fuck are you talking about? All right. The biggest clue for me, the cherry tomato. If the cherry tomato is producing heavily and only the older leaves are toggling, that's exactly what I expect from heat and transpiration stress. This for major disease, I'd expect the cherry tomato to be showing more obvious decline. No, she's going crazy over there. She's going crazy. So if I were standing in your yard, I would not be thinking this tomato is dying. I'd be thinking this is a stressed heirloom tomato entering baker's. Yeah, whatever. And yep, growth cloth, shade cloth. Yep. Okay. I need the trellis to be installed because this can't be anymore. This can't be. It won't be. It shouldn't be. Shan't, can't, won't, wouldn't. I can't do this anymore. Where are my sprinkler heads at? That's another thing too. I need my sprinkler heads to be out and available. This is a no-go. I did turn on the sprinklers manually. Yeah, because I need to install this fence and I can't do it at this point. Even the cherry tomatoes are stressed. No, they're not. You guys are not even fucking listening. I said the cherry tomatoes are why I'm looking at the Cherokee tomato to be like, why am I lining up? The Cherokee tomatoes look good. They look good, all right? They look good in comparison to this bitch. Look at half of her is crinkly. That's why I was worried. Half of it, look, you can see from here down, that is wild, vigorous foliage. Up here, it's sparse, thin, twisted, and curly. This one is doing fantastic. Bitch, don't tell me. There's much, much fruit production. Look at fruit. Look at all the fruits, okay? Do we need to get closer? These bitches can't hear. So let's be visual learners. Look at that. She's doing fucking great. She's doing fantastic, all right? And there's many flowers. Look outside there. Look at all the flowers. Look at all the flowers. There's so many yellow flowers. This bitch only has one fucking flower and two little teeny weeny. Do you see what I'm talking about? There's a completely drastic difference between the two. Duh. Bitch said sprinkle and pet them. No idea what that is, sister. I don't even know what you guys are fucking saying, but I'm trying to tell you that I noticed how much this plant is thriving in comparison to that one. But I looked it up, and it says that it's enduring a little bit of heat stress since it's a different variety, and it's also because it's an heirloom. They're a little bit more dramatic. They're a little bit more sensitive to heat stress, okay? And I need to get a shade cloth for her. That's what I need. She needs a shade cloth. I have a shade cloth inside. I also have one that's about 40%. Okay? All right. Look at this one. God damn. She's adorable. Say it. Say it, chat. She's adorable. Say adorable. Say it. Say it. Fucking say it. Say she's adorable. Adorable. She's cute. Look at her. Look at her. Say it. Adorable. She's adorable. Don't look at my Crocs. All right. She needs a shade cloth. I'll have to install that. I need my fucking trellis. I need it to be up. I don't have it. I need my trellis. Trellis is going to be about this far away. Under the ground. Need to turn on the sprinklers. Need to mark the sprinklers. Alright, now let's go look at the roses. Durable! Thank you, damn it. Thank you. Alright. Look at these beautiful roses have come to fruition. They're blooming. Look at that. Beautiful buds. Beautiful. Look at the one back here. And she's full. And look at, there's another one back there. Full and gorgeous. Look at that. Another little bud way over there. Can we zoom in? Look at how pretty. She is doing very good. We cut all the dead growth off of her. Okay. We trimmed her up. Before, she was producing a bunch of small little buds, but the big roses were not actually forming. And look at that. She's got another few little flowers at the very top there that are going to form soon. Look at her. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, oh, and a few more here. Get those, chat. Those are going to be huge flowers. We want the big ones. And we'll shape it again in the wintertime. We'll have to cut her back a lot. A lot. We have to shape her really, really good. She's got a lot of new growth, which I love. But we had to definitely trim it back a little bit so that way she could reserve some of her energy in producing really beautiful flowers. And she has so far. We trimmed off a lot of the old flower buds. Have to come up in here and rake as well. We need to buy a rake, you guys. And we have some people were gifting on our Twitch. They were doing a really good job of subbing up on that side. And we don't have enough people. I think we need like a certain amount of viewers at one time in the stream. And then for a certain amount of streams, I think for 4 streams in a row, if not 6, and 4 out of, or maybe 4 people talking or chatting at the same time for me to be able to cash out all of our sub earnings so far. We have like a bunch of money in there, and I can't get it out unless we have our channel be a little bit more active. But we'll use that to be able to buy us a rake for the yard. Also microphones. What else, chat? Microphones and what else did we need? I needed something else. I think that's it so far. And then we'll save the rest until we need something else. I figured that's what we could use it for. But hopefully you guys liked your update for your tomato plants. Hopefully you guys were here whenever we did a little bit of our yoga. Hopefully. It is a little bit, dark, concentrated, a kind of day. Here, let me put you guys back on the tripod. We did do quite a bit today. And if you were here in the very, very beginning of the day, you would know that we also made a drink on live, kind of like a makeshift Gatorade. It was a little spicy. We had some fresh jalapeno in it, had a little bit of caffeine in it. It was very good. So I want to use that recipe to make one video for us, for a video on shorts for us. So yeah, next time we go live, maybe we'll go out there, we'll plant some flowers. We'll see if they even grow. We'll see. And we will fertilize our tomatoes. Our rose bush, can't do that today. We ran out of time. And yeah, we'll also try to install our shade cloth for the tomatoes. Make sure that they're okay, that they're protected. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for following along my journey today. Oh, are they messaging stuff in chat? Let me see. Okay. All right, you guys. Appreciate you guys for the likes. Hope you have a good day. And I'll see you guys. Be easy. I'll see you guys. Bye.